I would say assume starting now that whatever you say can be heard by an audience of at least 3 people out listening to the game. I don't know if it will, maybe. We'll see.
You're still out tomorrow, John, right?
Yeah. And I'm probably at best in and out on Thursday because Cody has his Purim carnival that afternoon.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah. So I may take. I haven't decided if I'm going to come in the morning on Thursday and then leave early. Probably more likely at this point is I'll work from home until the Purim thing, and then go to that and then work from home the rest of the day.
Can I ask what is Purim?
Purim is
Like I know it's a holiday.
yes. So Purim, God, I should know this. It's, I mean, this is pretty much like, you need to make sure this is off before I make a corny joke about Judaism that no one will understand that I'm Jewish and I get to make those. Basically, it's when the Jews escaped from a group of people that was persecuting the Jews, which I may take them. Yep, that is long. I'll work from home until.
Do you want me to? Do you want to do like 7?
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Test 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Test 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Test 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Test 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Test 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
And good afternoon, and welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, Case Western Reserve University in Nobby's Ballpark. As the Spartans back home and looking to keep things going here is the 9-5 Case Western Reserve University Spartans taking on the 8-6 Grove City College Wolverines as they made the trip over from Grove City, Pennsylvania for this afternoon's game. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Schwartz bringing you play-by-play coverage of today's game between the Spartans and the Wolverines. And the Spartans, who enter with that 9-5 record, fresh off a 4-3 trip down in South Carolina, faced some strong competition and came out with a winning record. And now will turn their attention towards this part of their season in a stretch of 5 straight home games beginning today against Grove City. Let's go ahead and get you the batting order for the Wolverines, as they will be the visiting team in today's game. Leading things off will be the shortstop, Luke Vitone. It'll be Nick Sampson, the center fielder, hitting second. Kason Holland, the left fielder, hits third. And Josh Minnick, the right fielder, batting fourth. In batting fifth, Marcus Williams, the first baseman. Trey Wagner, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Kenny Lavrich, the third baseman, batting seventh. Luca Bakari, playing second base and batting eighth. And then rounding out the lineup in the 9th spot will be the catcher, Adam Weber. Nick Gaitis on the mound today for Grove City. We'll tell you more about him in the bottom of the inning when he takes the hill. Defensively for the Spartans today, first baseman is Dane Camphausen. Tyler Stilson gets his first start at second base. The shortstop is Nate Arterburn, and the third baseman is James Powers. In the outfield, left fielder is Franco Alonso, center fielder is Logan Andraco, and the right fielder is Nick Harms. Doing the catching is Jack Anderson, and on the mound is the sophomore Archer Stankowski, right-handed pitcher, 2-1 on the year with a 3.60 ERA. He's making his fourth start of the year. He's gone 15 innings so far, allowing just 14 hits for a 241 average. He has struck out 16, walked just 8, and starts things off with a ball. And the count goes to 1-0 on the leadoff hitter, Luke Vitone, who's batting at 362 on the year. The 1-0 from Stankowski, good fastball for a strike, and it's 1-1. So we are underway here. Stankowski out of New Albany, Ohio, in his second year with the team. Here's his 1-1. And that one fouled back by Vitone, and it's 1-2. Stankowski has allowed 8 runs this season, 6 of them earned. He's walked 8 through 15 innings, so he's done a good job locating. Little bit of a rocky start his last time out, as that pitch misses down and away for a ball, 2-2. See if he can bounce back here as he looks for his third win of the campaign. Probably the first of 2 starts this week for Stankowski. As that one popped up, foul territory, Camphausen loses the hat and puts it away for the out, and that'll be the first out of the game. So one away now for Nick Sampson, the 2-hitter for Grove City. Sampson hitting at 286 on the year with 9 runs batted in. Grove City, one of the top teams in the PAC, the President's Athletic Conference. Probably right up there alongside Washington and Jefferson as that ball chopped over towards second base. Early opportunity for Stilson, who has to hurry the throw to first, but gets it there in time, and Sampson's retired on 1 pitch. And we have 2 outs now in the first, and that'll bring up the 3-hitter, a lefty. In fact, the only lefty in the lineup today for Grove City, Kason Holland. Holland is hitting at 354, no home runs and 8 runs batted in. This is a Grove City lineup that doesn't hit a ton of home runs. In fact, only 2 home runs in their starting lineup, 1 apiece for Josh Minnick and Marcus Williams. First pitch strike on the outside corner to Holland brings the count to 0-1. Stankowski looking for a quick first inning of work. Here's his 0-1 offering. And that one's fouled away, 0-2. I would imagine Stankowski starting today will have his next start Sunday, most likely in the early game on Sunday. If you are just joining us, the Spartans have changed their weekend schedule. They're supposed to play a game on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. As that misses outside, 1-2. Instead, now they're going to play doubleheaders on Saturday and Sunday against Chicago. 1-2 count. Stankowski looking for the quick first inning, trying to retire the side in order. The 1-2 Just above the letters, 2-2 as the count goes even on the 10th pitch of the game from Stankowski. Here's the 2-2. And a little down and in, 3-2, full count. So full count on Holland with the bases empty and 2 away in the first. A chilly day here in Cleveland. The temperature is 40 degrees outside at game time. Wind has died down, but it was blowing pretty hard earlier as that pitch fouled away, and we'll get another 3-2. The wind was blowing hard and out towards left, but again, it's died down significantly since pregame. Another payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, line drive, shallow left, and he'll drop in for a base hit. Cut off in center by Andreyko. The runner's going to try for second. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time. And a 2-out double puts Holland in scoring position. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Josh Minnick, batting at .404 on the year. In a situation where a base hit should score the first run of the game. Minnick has 1 home run, 15 runs batted in through 14 games this season. First pitch on the way to Minnick from Stankowski. Curveball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Holland takes his lead from second. He's stolen 2 bases on as many attempts this year, but not going anywhere with 2 outs. That one hit hard to first. Camphausen boots it, still having trouble picking it up, flips, and it's in time! Stankowski barehanded that one to hold on to it, and again, Camphausen giving him a little pat on the back as Dane knows that Stankowski helped bail him out there. Good recovery by Camphausen, and a good job by Stankowski to make that play and get the final out of the inning. So we'll be through half an inning here in a scoreless game, and the Spartans now will look to come up and get things going with the Mats. Let's go ahead and get you the batting order for Case Western Reserve. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Logan Andreyko. Jack Anderson catching and batting second. James Powers, the third baseman, hits third. And then Nick Harms playing right field and hitting cleanup. Dane Camphausen, the first baseman, batting fifth. Franco Alonso, the left fielder, in the sixth spot. Tyler Stilson, the second baseman, hitting seventh. Zach Carinci, the designated hitter today, he'll be batting eighth. And then Nate Arterburn playing short and rounding out the lineup in the ninth spot. Defensively for Grove City, first baseman is Marcus Williams, the second baseman Luca Bakari. Shortstop is Luke Vatone, and the third baseman is Kenny Lavrich. In the outfield, left fielder Kason Holland, center fielder Nick Sampson, right fielder Josh Minnick. Doing the catching today is Adam Weber, and on the mound is Nick Gaitis. Gaitis, a left-handed pitcher, 1-2 on the year through 5 starts, but he's looked good, a 2.30 ERA. That includes 1 complete game, by the way, for him. He's given up 30 hits in those 27 and a third innings for a .288 opponent's average, and he's issued 13 walks as well, but he's also struck out 32. So if you're looking at Gaitis right now, a lot of base runners this season that he's allowed, but he's done a good job limiting runs. He's given up just 7 earned runs, although 13 total, so something to look out for there. I would imagine for Gaitis, this is probably going to be a relatively short outing for him, although we'll see, as I believe Grove City does have a weekend conference series coming up, and I'll double-check that here for you. Indeed, they're going to play Westminster in a doubleheader on Saturday, so you would think Gaitis, who again is one of the top starters for this team, is kind of just getting a little bit of work in right now, and then will likely start a game on Saturday as well. Although wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a couple innings from each of the 2 top starters for Grove City in this one. Maybe Gaitis and a little Evan Umland. We'll see how this one shakes out. On a midweek game, as Logan Andreyko set to lead things off, squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes the first pitch up high, 1-0. It'll be Andreyko, Anderson, and Powers. Andreyko hitting at .377 on the year, the left-handed hitting center fielder. 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. And he takes a called strike to bring the count to 1-1. 4 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs for Andreyko, who has really emerged as one of the better hitters on the team this season, an OPS over 1,000. The 1-1. And on the inside corner, called strike 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss at the ball in the dirt, strike 3, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So Gaitis gets the strikeout to start things off, and that will bring Jack Anderson to the plate. Anderson now hitting at .382 on the season. He's coming off a really solid performance at .462 over the course of the team's last 6 games. That earned him UAA Athlete of the Week honors this week. First pitch to Anderson. Fastball in the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. James Powers waiting on deck. Anderson trying to get on for him. A tough out at the plate for Gaitis, who delivers the 0-1. Anderson squares to bunt. Bunts through it. He offered at it, and so that brings the count to 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss by Anderson, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Gaitis to start the game, and now that will bring James Powers to the plate. Powers hitting at .339 on the year. It looks like there's already action in the Grove City bullpen, if I'm not mistaken. Thought I saw someone warming up out there. Yeah, so this will be a short outing for Gaitis, I believe, is the first pitch on the way, in there for a called strike, 0-1. That is Jack Houston, the righty, who's warming up in the bullpen currently. That's what you'd expect. Grove City obviously trying to win the game, but also trying to save some of their arms and make sure they're ready for a conference series this weekend. 1-1 the count now on Powers at the plate, who is second on the team with 18 RBIs, leads all Spartans with 8 doubles this year. A great gap hitter. He's been a tremendous addition to this team as a graduate student. The 1-1. And popped up towards, actually carrying pretty well out to center, but playable out there. Sampson there, puts it away in left center field, and that ends the inning. It's a quick first for Gaitis, and we'll move into the second of a scoreless ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Spartans go down in order in the first. Williams, Wagner, and Lavridge due up for Grove City when we come back. Archer Stankowski back out for his second inning of work. He'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Williams, Wagner, and Lavridge due up. As that pitch misses down low for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And on the outside corner, 1-1. Stankowski facing Williams at the plate. Marcus Williams, a .400 hitter on the year. 22 hits and 55 at bats. 1 home run, 8 doubles. And hits that one softly down the first base line. Foul. It's 1-2. Stankowski last pitched last Monday. Suffered the loss in the start against Arcadia. The first game of a doubleheader for the Spartans on Monday. The 1-2. And a little down and out, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And curveball stays inside. And the count goes full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And popped up center field, actually fairly deep, but playable. Andreyko still going back. The wind took that one a little bit, but Andreyko played it well out there. And that will be the first out of the inning. So Andreyko makes the catch on the fly ball by Williams, and that will now bring up the designated hitter, Trey Wagner, who's starting just his second game of the year and playing in just his 4th overall. He's 0 for 5 on the season with an RBI and 2 runs scored. First pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Wagner, a sophomore from Mars, Pennsylvania, fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. Stankowski working from the stretch, even with the bases empty, delivers a changeup outside, swung on and missed at strike 3. And on 3 pitches, Stankowski gets his first strikeout of the game, retiring Wagner. And for the second straight inning, he's retired the first 2 batters in the inning. And it will now be up to Kenny Lavrich, a .219 hitter on the season. He's 7 for 32. And fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Lavrich making his 9th start of the year. He's playing in his 13th game overall. 7 for 32, 10 runs scored, 3 runs batted in. He struck out 9 times in 32 at bats, so he's fallen victim to the strikeout a number of times this year. And in trouble here as that brings the count to 0-2. Stankowski looking for another quick inning. Ahead in the count, 0-2 on Lavrich at the plate. And that one just a little up. And that'll make the count 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Stankowski with a pair of strikeouts and a 1-2-3 second. We'll move into the bottom of the inning, and the Spartans will look to get something going. Harms, Camphausen, and Alonso due up when we come back. Welcome back once again. Scoreless game. Nick Harms will be the batter. Harms hitting at .263 on the year. 3 home runs, 19 RBIs on the season for Harms. He leads the team in both of those categories. Harms hit his 23rd home run on Friday down in South Carolina. That set a new program record. Takes the first pitch up and in from Guidas, who begins his second inning of work, and the count goes to 1-0. So Guidas back out there for another inning. Again, we expect this to be a short start for Guidas today, but we'll see. Effective in the first inning, retired the side in order. The 1-0 to Harms. And he takes a big cut at that, comes up empty, and it's 1-1. Harms has really cut down on the strikeouts. Again, he had 8 strikeouts after the first 2 games of the year. He's had just 5 strikeouts in his last 12. The 1-1 on the way. And a little inside, brings it to 2-1. Scoreless game, bottom of the second inning. Spartans versus Grove City. A non-conference matchup for the two teams. And a called strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Two the count, nobody out. First batter of the second inning for Case Western Reserve. Nick Harms at the plate, awaits the 2-2 from Guidas. And he pops it up, foul territory, and no one will get to it. There's not a ton of foul territory down that line and left anymore. Since the bullpen project for the Spartans, they expanded that area on that side of the field. And have some batting cages now and their bullpen out there. Two pitch on the way. Up high, full count, 3-2. So Guidas, who is about to throw his 7th pitch of this at bat after throwing just 10 pitches to get through the first inning. Harms making him work a little bit here. 3-2 from Guidas. And that one's fouled away. Pitch number 8 coming up now. Chopper foul again. Great at bat here by Harms. Three-two pitch once again. And a swing and a miss at a changeup for strike 3. Guidas gets Harms swinging. 3rd strikeout through 4 batters for Guidas, and now that'll bring Dane Camphausen to the plate. With 1 away and the base is empty. Camphausen hitting at .259, tied for the team lead with 3 home runs. He's driven in 12 this year. He's also scored 12 runs. First pitch on the way to Camphausen. Down and in for a ball, 1-0. Camphausen out of McLean, Virginia, graduate student. Came here after a 4-year career at the College of Worcester. About a 45-minute drive or so from the Case Western Reserve campus. The 1-0. And that ball hit in the air deep towards the gap in right center field. It's up and it is gone. Big Dane Camphausen hits another one, his 4th of the season. That leads all Spartans, and Case Western Reserve takes a 1-0 lead in the game. I'll tell you, when Dayton gets a hold of one, it is majestic. And so the Spartans take the early lead on the Camphausen home run, 1-0. And now Franco Alonso will be the batter. Alonso hitting at .343 on the season. He's hit 2 home runs. Both of them came in the same game during the team's contest against Oswego State. He takes a called strike there, and so on. Actually, the 2 home run game might have been against Trinity for Alonso. First 2 home runs of his career, including his undergraduate career at Cornell. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. So Alonso behind in the count. And he goes down swinging, strike 3. So already the 4th strikeout of the game for Guidus. And Tyler Stilson will now come to the plate. Stilson batting at .333, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. His bat really starting to heat up. As that's down low for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, 2-0. See if Stilson gets a pitch to hit here. Guide is taking his time between pitches. Now the 2-0 on the way. And that ball hit in the air deep towards left field, looking up, and that is gone. No, off the base of the wall. Almost put it out as that one hit off the wall and left. Stilson will pull into second with a double. And he is on in scoring position with 2 away. Stilson just missed what would have been his 3rd home run of the season. And he's now in scoring position for Zach Carinci, who will step to the plate. Carinci, the designated hitter today, batting at .214 on the year. Missed a handful of games as he was recovering from an injury early in the year. Looks to be back in form. He's swung the bat well since coming back into the lineup. Awaits the first pitch, and it's down low for a ball, 1-0. Carinci not quite at the point where he's ready to play third base again yet. And we saw him a little bit at second base down in South Carolina. But DH might be his home for a little bit, save him a little bit of wear and tear as well on that shoulder. A 1-0 on the way. And he swings, hits that one through the hole. It's a base hit for Carinci. Stilson waved around third. The ball gets away, but not enough for Carinci to advance. Either way, Stilson was going to score, so it's an RBI single for Carinci. And the Spartans now lead 2-0. And that might be it here for Guidus. We'll see if the call of the bullpen is made. It will be. So we expected this to be a short start for Guidus, and he will leave the game with a 2-run deficit after throwing 29 pitches. Call the bullpen for Grove City. We'll be back in just a minute. First-year righty Jack Houston will take over here for Grove sitting on the mound. He'll enter the game with a runner on first and 2 away in the inning. Houston out of Vienna, Virginia. And in his first season of collegiate baseball, he's been good. 2-1 on the year with a 3.07 ERA. He's making his 5th appearance overall. This will be his 3rd out of the bullpen. He's gone 14 2/3 innings and allowed just 10 hits. That's a 196 opponent's batting average. He struck out 7, walked 4. So again, it's a pitch to contact, or at least he has been this year, a pitch to contact type of pitcher. And we'll face Nate Arterburn, whose average is up to 382. Runner goes, the throw goes down to second, and nowhere near in time. And it's a stolen base for Carinci. That is his 4th of the year. So Carinci now in scoring position, and an opportunity now to get another run across here if Arterburn can get a base hit. Nate has been very good defensively and very good at the plate so far. Pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0. Arterburn, a guy who I don't know that the Spartans expected him to be filling this role this early in his career. Swings and misses that pitch. It's 2-1, but he has stepped up, has emerged as the clear starting shortstop for the Spartans now, and has done just a fantastic job, again, both at the plate and in the field. Takes that up high, 3-1, and right now his job is just to keep the line moving with the top of the order up next. It's a 3-1 count on Arterburn, and we'll see if he's taking here, if he takes a hack at it. He does swing, hits it hard but foul, and the count goes full, 3-2. First base open, so Carinci will have to hold it second with a 3-2 count and 2 away. 2 runs across this inning already for the Spartans. Trying to add on a third. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And it misses outside. Looked like a two-seamer that broke back over that outside corner, but not quite close enough. As that'll be ball 4. Now back to the top of the order with Logan Andraco coming to the plate. Andraco struck out swinging in his first at-bat. First pitch on the way. And it misses outside to Andraco, 1-0. RBI opportunity for Andraco, who has driven in 7 this year. He has Carinci at second, Arterburn at first, and he takes ball 2, 2-0, and Houston has come out of the bullpen and thrown 6 of his first 8 pitches out of the strike zone. He'll look down at his armband to get the signs from his catcher, the 2-0 pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss, and what looked like a changeup that stayed up high, and that'll bring the count to 2-1. Andraco really swung the bat well down in South Carolina. He's been swinging it well all season, but hit 2 home runs down there. That ball is in the dirt, and the count goes to 3-1. And a little inside, ball 4. And so back-to-back walks since coming into the game for Houston. And the bases are now loaded for Jack Anderson. And boy, if you're Houston, this is not the guy that you want to load the bases for. Anderson on the season struck out swinging his first at-bat, but still hitting at .375. He has 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in for, 9 runs batted in for Anderson. Just a force at the plate, first-team All-American at catcher this season, a preseason, I should say, All-American. And he'll foul off the first pitch, 0-1. Jack had a program record 89 hits last year. He's now a graduate student in his first year of law school here at Case Western Reserve. The 0-1 on the way. 1-1 the count. Jack was an engineering major as an undergrad student, and now attending law school. 1-1 on the way. And that ball lined into center field, and over to get it is the center fielder, Sampson, who puts it away for the final out. Anderson got a good piece of that. Nothing you could fault him for there as he flies out to end the inning. The Spartans leave the bases loaded, but get 2 runs across on 3 hits, including a solo home run for Camphausen and a two-out RBI single for Carinci. And the Spartans now lead 2-0. Third inning coming up. It'll be 8-9-1 for Grove City. Bakari, Weber, and Vitone due up when we return. It's a 2-0 Case Western Reserve lead. It'll be Grove City coming to the plate here in the third against Archer Stankowski, who's looked good so far. Bakari, Weber, and Vitone, 8-9-1 in the order for the Wolverines, as that one misses down low for a ball, 1-0. Stankowski, 28 pitches to start the inning, as that one's popped up foul and out of play, 1-1. Well, this is the time of the year where if you're the Spartans, typically this is when the team gets hot. It's when they get back from that spring break trip. You know, in past years, they've come back and typically are hovering around 500 right about now. So that ball lined into right. Harms has it lined up, puts it away, and Bakari retired for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up the catcher, Adam Weber. Weber hitting a .214 on the year. I was saying that, you know, for the Spartans, they normally come in and back from spring break around 500. The fact that they're 9-5 is encouraging. And now if you can put together a finish to your year, anything like you did last year, and I think the team won something like 14 straight at one point. If you could do that again, you're going to be in pretty good shape. That one's fouled away, 0-2. We'll get our first look of UAA competition in 2 weeks. Technically, I guess we'll see a UAA school this coming weekend here with Chicago coming to town, but not a UAA program yet. So that one swung on, grounded through the hole. It's a base hit. Second hit of the game for Grove City comes off the bat of the 9-hitter Weber. And back to the top of the order for Grove City is Luke Vitone will come to the plate, representing the potential game-tying run. Vitone 0 for 1, popped out to first base in his first at-bat. First pitch from Stankowski. Misses down and away, ball 1. Vitone hitting at .356. Breaking ball inside, 2-0. Yeah, you've got to be pretty happy where you are right now if you're the Spartans and head coach Matt Englander. There's certainly some things you have to work out with this team and the team needs to figure out. most of them on the mound right now. You need to get Reese Marley going again, and he'll certainly have a shot against Chicago this weekend. Kind of need to figure out your starting rotation, piece together the bullpen a little bit, but certainly the pieces are there as that misses inside 3-0. But a couple things come together, this could be a very dangerous team. 3-0, up high, ball 4. And so with one out, 2 runners have reached here.
Now batting for Grove City, the center fielder, number 3, Nick Sampson.
And that will bring Steve Grunberg, coach for the Spartans, out to the mound to have a talk with Archer Stankowski, his sophomore starter. Entire infield's going to come in here and join the conversation. 2 on and 1 away for Nick Sampson, the center fielder. Last 2 runners have reached for Grove City, a base hit and a walk with 1 out. The meeting broken up. We'll see if Stankowski can bear down here and get 2 more outs without those runners coming across. Potential game-time runs on the base pass. Potential go-ahead run at the plate in the form of Sampson. Sampson, 9 runs batted in this season, no home runs. Again, a Grove City team that does not hit, or at least to this point has not hit for a ton of power. First pitch. And on the outside corner, called strike 0-1. Runners take their leads. A little down and away there. It's 1-1. Stankowski working quickly today. Who could blame him? It is cold out there today. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Especially coming from what was really, for the most part, beautiful weather down in South Carolina. Temperature in the 60s and 70s throughout the week. Spartans coming back home and dealing with a little cold. In fact, some snow yesterday even. Outside, it's 2-2. Good chase pitch there from Stankowski. Doesn't get Sampson to bite at it, and so the count evens 2-2. Sampson grounded out to second base his first time up. And takes that for a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Good job there by Stankowski to get the strikeout. That is his 3rd K of the game. And now Kyson Holland will be the batter. Holland, the left-handed hitting left fielder, doubled in his first at-bat to the opposite field. See if Stankowski can retire him here. First pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-0. Holland, a first-year player out of Freedom, Pennsylvania. He's had a nice impact on this team early on, and now ahead in the count 2-0. 2-0 offering. Called strike, 2-1. And down and out, 3-1. Walk here would load them up for the cleanup hitter, Josh Minnick, out on deck. 3-1 pitch. And it's inside, ball 4, and so the base is now loaded with 2 away. And Josh Minnick will be the batter. Minnick grounded out to first base in his first at bat. And he fouls back the first pitch he sees. And the count goes to 1-0. And it hits him. Yeah, Stankowski not happy with himself on that one. And that will bring across a run. And it's now 2-1. So Grove City on the board now, and a chance to add on another run. The batter will be Marcus Williams, who flew out to center field in his first at bat. Misses outside, 1-0. And again, Stankowski, who looked pretty sharp through the first 2 innings, starting to struggle a little here. Action in the Spartan bullpen. See if we could see who that number is up there for you. As the 2-0 from Stankowski. And fouled back, and it's 2-1. I believe that's Jackson Brewer throwing in the bullpen. 2-1 pitch on the way. And on the outside corner, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Popped in the air, right field, long run over for Harms, and with a foot in fair territory, makes the catch to end the inning. So Grove City scores a run with the hit by pitch with the bases loaded, but leaves them loaded to end the third, and we'll move into the bottom of the third inning. The Spartans leading 2-1. Heart of the order for Case Western Reserve, Powers, Harms, and Camphausen due up when we come back. Welcome back as James Powers set to lead things off. Powers 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field in his first at bat of the game. First pitch. And he takes it down low, ball 1, 1-0 the count. It'll be Powers, Harms, and Camphausen due up this inning for the Spartans. Facing Jack Houston, who begins his first full inning of work after coming in relief and getting the final out of the second, called strike to Powers, and it's 1-1. James Powers hitting at .333. And he's driven in 18 this season, second on the team. Left-handed hitter, waits the 1-1. And a little down low, it's 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 the score, the Spartans are leading. And inside, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Ball 4. So Powers draws the walk.
Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 26.
That is the third walk issued by Houston since he's come into the game. And he'll now face Nick Harms with a runner on at first and nobody out. Harms struck out swinging in his first at bat. Hitting a .259 on the season now. Runner goes. Nope. Powers slows up. Pitches in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-0. On the way. And Harms hits that one hard and through for a base hit. That was one of those that was tailing away from the second baseman, Luca Bakari, who tried to get a glove on it, but to no avail. And Nick Harms with his first hit of the day, fourth hit of the day for the Spartans. And that will now bring Dane Camphausen to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. Camphausen hit a ball deep over the wall in right center field for his 4th home run of the season his last time up. Chance here to add on to his RBI total. Runner goes, the pitch is in the dirt, and Powers takes third on a stolen base. No throw there, as the pitch was in the dirt for a ball to Camphausen. Harms, the tail runner, didn't move. He stayed over at first. We'll see if he's running now with second base open. First and third, nobody out. Camphausen at the plate. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Runner goes. Camphausen taking to give his runner a chance to steal. And again, no chance to get Harms as the count evens up. And now runners at second and third. That was Powers' 4th stolen base of the season. Harms' 3rd. It's a 1-1 count now on Camphausen with nobody out in the inning. And he checks his swing, holds up, and takes it outside, 2-1. Chopper hit out in front of the plate. Runners won't be able to move up. Throw goes to first, and it will get Camphausen for the out. 1-3 on the putout. Camphausen retired, an unproductive out for the Spartans as Harms and Powers stay at second and third respectively. And that will bring Franco Alonso to the plate with 1 out and 2 in scoring position. Some important insurance runs out there for the Spartans, who lead by 1, 2-1 the score in the bottom of the third. Alonso struck out swinging in his first at bat. Turns away from that one as it just barely misses him for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Houston has really struggled with control so far in this one. Another one in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Houston has thrown 18 of his first 27 outside of the strike zone. 2-0 pitch. And that one fouled back, 2-1. Alonso hitting at .333, 9 runs batted in this season. Has 2 in scoring position currently. Here's the 2-1. And a called strike just catches the inside corner, and the count evens 2-2. Two-two pitch. Well outside, full count 3-2. Well, if you're Houston here, you can make a competitive pitch outside of the strike zone with first base open, but you do have Tyler Stilson, who already doubled off the wall and left, out on deck. 3-2, and it's inside, and he's hit by the pitch. So Alonso hit by a 3-2 pitch, and the bases will be loaded now for Stilson.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 10.
Still just one out in the inning, and Stilson, who has a double and a run scored today, will step to the plate. Stilson hitting a .351 on the year. And he sends that one in the air, right field, playable. The catch is made. Tagging from third is Powers. Here comes the throw. It's cut off, no throw to the plate. And Powers comes in to score. It'll be an RBI sacrifice fly for Stilson. And the Spartans now lead 3-1. Harms and Alonso hold their bags. And now with 2 outs, Zach Carinci, who already has a 2-out RBI single on the day, will bat here with Harms at second, Alonso at first, trying to add on further to this lead. Carinci now up to 241 on the season. Runners go. The throw down to third, skips in the dirt and gets down into left field. Harms will come in to score on the error. Going to third on the play will be Alonso. And the Spartans lead up to 3. It's now 4-1. It'll be an unearned run, at least for the moment, for Harms. It's now 4-1. I believe a 1-0 count at the plate. As the pitch now to Carinci, and he's hit by that one. No, they'll call him back. They'll say he didn't get out of the way. And so I believe here the count evens at 1-1. I think that's a called strike regardless, but let's check with the umpire and see once he checks here. We're going to see if we could confirm. Yeah, it's 0-2. So it's an 0-2 count on Carinci. Runner at third, 2 away. Pitch from Houston. And a little low, 1-2. Now the 1-2. And that ball hit in the air deep towards the gap in left center field. Looking up, and that is gone. Home run, Zach Carinci, his first of the year. And the Spartans' lead is up to 5. It's now 6-1. Well, it is great to have Zach back in the lineup and swinging it well. His second hit of the game. He has 3 RBIs today, and again, the Spartans now on top by 5. They've scored 4 in the inning. And the Spartans really cementing that lead here. And Arterburn bunting for a base hit, but fouls it off. And it's now 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. And that ball hit in the air, left field. It's down for a base hit for Arterburn. So Nate Arterburn has been on base twice now today. He has a 2-out single there and back to the top of the lineup. 8th batter of the inning for the Spartans will be Logan Andraco. And we will get a pitching change here as the day will be done for Houston. He's responsible still for Arterburn on first. We'll get a pitching change. The Spartans leading 6-1 the score. Back to the top of the order for the Spartans, who lead in this one 6-1. In the bottom of the third, 4 runs across already in the inning. We'll get a new pitcher coming in for Grove City, number 38, David Gallagher, the first year out of Coropolis, Pennsylvania. And he takes that in the dirt for ball, and that'll move up Arterburn a base on a wild pitch. So Arterburn at second now for Andraco, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. And the 1-0 now on the way. And it's outside, 2-0. Gallagher, a 5.40 ERA on the season. He's making his 4th appearance out of the bullpen for Grove City. 5 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 5. That went in the dirt for a ball. Another left-handed pitcher for Grove City. (3-0), first base open, but Jack Anderson waiting out on deck. And taking all the way there was Andraco, and takes it for a called strike, 3-1. 6-1 the score. Spartans are leading here. Bats have been alive early in this one. Ball 4 as that one misses inside to Andraco, who is mustache free after having it over the course of the team's trip down to South Carolina. The lucky mustache for Andraco. Surprised, normally you see a guy hit like he did down there, might decide to keep the mustache a little longer, but he'll be clean shaven for a bit as Jack Anderson, the batter, hits the first pitch down the line and right, and it is foul. 0-1 the count on Anderson. Spartans trying to add on to what is now a 5-run lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runners go, the pitch is down and in, and no throw anywhere. No one covered second base. So that'll go as a double steal, and the Spartans continuing to steal bases in bunches today against Grove City. That is now 7 stolen bases through the first 3 innings for Case Western Reserve. Anderson, the 9th batter of the inning. He's 0 for 2 in the game. 2 men in scoring position for him, and he cranks that one foul. Count goes to 1-2 on Jack. Gallagher trying to get through the frame, his 1-2 pitch. And the breaking ball missed a bit down low, and it's 2-2. Arterburn, the runner at third, and Draco, the runner at second. The 2-2 on the way from Gallagher. And caught the outside corner for a called strike 3. And Anderson down looking. And that will end the inning. So the Spartans send 9 batters to the plate. They score 4 runs on 3 hits, including a home run for Zach Carinci, his first of the year. And the Spartans will take a 6-1 lead into the 4th. Up this inning for Grove City, it'll be Wagner, Lavrich, and Bakari, 6, 7, and 8 in the order when we come back. New pitcher for the Spartans will be the junior out of Greenville, Pennsylvania, Jackson Brewer.
Now batting to lead off the top of the fourth inning for Grove City,
Brewer,
Trey Wagner.
who is just a couple days removed from his first start of the season in a win. 2-0 on the year with a 4.11 ERA. And we'll take the hill here. 15 in the third innings. He's allowed 22 hits for a 349 average, but he's done a good job limiting the runs this year as he starts things off against Trey Wagner with a ball down low, 1-0. Brewer 13 strikeouts, just 4 walks. That one grounded slowly to third. No play on it for Powers, who tried to barehand it, but not much he could do there, and that'll be a base hit to the third baseman. And that'll be the third hit of the game
Now batting for Grove City, number 8.
for Grove City.
Maverick.
So Wagner on. First pitch now to Lavrich is down and in, ball 1. Lavrich 0 for 1 in the game, strikeout looking. That in his first at bat. Wagner dives back in. That's the first hit of the season for Trey Wagner. He's now 1 for 7 on the year. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, grounded foul, 1-1. So the day done for Archer Stankowski, who goes 3 innings in the game. A scheduled 3-inning outing for Stankowski. He gives up 1 run on 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and is still in line for the win because, again, that was a scheduled 3-inning outing for him. The 1-1. Down and out, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Now the 2-1. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Jackson Brewer has been one of the main arms out of the bullpen for the Spartans this year, and he's done a great job throwing strikes. That one hits softly to third. Powers is there, goes to second for 1, and that's all they'll get, but they get the leadoff runner, or the lead runner, I should say. And a big first out there for Brewer. 5-4 in the putout. Wagner retired. Lavrich takes Wagner's spot at first base, and now Luca Bakari will be the batter. Bakari flew out to right field in his first at bat. He's now hitting a 133 on the year. And the first pitch down and out, ball 1. Powers has been busy at third base this inning. 2-0 now the count. And line drive right to Powers. Throw to first, not in time. But boy, Powers, he has had some action at third base here. First 3 balls of the inning all hit to him. Lavrich returns to first base, and so 2 outs now and a runner at first. And the batter will be the 9-hitter, Adam Weber. Weber hitting a 241, singled in his first at bat. And that one down and away gets away from Anderson, and moving up to second on the wild pitch will be Lavrich. So Lavrich now in scoring position for Weber. Called strike. Count evens 1-1. And a little low again, 2-1. Swing and a miss. The inside pitch ties up Weber, and the count to 2-2. Two on the way. Brewer delivers. And swung on, hit down the line, foul out in front of home plate. And we'll get another 2-2 coming up. Brewer got the start against Oswego State in the final game of the Spartans' trip down to South Carolina. That was on Friday. And he gave Case Western Reserve exactly what the team needed, a quality appearance, as that one on the outside corner called strike 3. And Weber down on strike. So Brewer throws a scoreless fourth, works around the leadoff infield single. Lavridge left stranded at second base for Grove City, and we're through 3.5. The Case Western Reserve Spartans leading 6-1. For the Spartans, heart of the order due up once again. Powers, Harms, and Camphausen to the plate when we come back.
Powers.
6-1, Spartans leading. Bottom of the fourth inning, James Powers will be the batter. Powers, Harms, and Camphausen coming up this inning. Powers hitting at .333, drew a walk in his last at-bat, or I should say plate appearance. 0 for 1 in the game. He's also flown out to center field and ahead in the count here, 1-0. David Gallagher beginning the inning after getting the final out of the third. And Powers now ahead in the count, 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. And lifted in the air, down the line and left. Stays in fair territory. Over to get it is the left fielder, and putting it away is Holland for the first out of the inning. So Powers retired on a fly ball to left.
The Spartans, number 26, Nick Harms.
And now Nick Harms will be the batter. Harms 1 for 2, a single and a run scored in his last trip to the plate. He's also struck out swinging. And it's called strike 0-1 on Harms. Harms up to 271 on the year. Swing and a miss there. It's 0-2. You get the feeling with Nick that he still really hasn't gotten hot yet at the plate. And you look at the numbers and they're great. He's driven in a team high 19 runs. He has 3 home runs, 6 doubles, but we've seen Nick when he's swinging it well, and he's a guy who can hit in the mid 300s, who can hit home runs in bunches. He hasn't quite slid into that groove yet at the plate. In the dirt, 2-2. It'll be interesting to see when and if he really starts to lock in how this lineup can just take off. 2-2 on the way. And a ball. And the count goes full, 3-2. So 1 out, bases empty, full count on Harms. Gallagher thought he had that. He walked off the mound as if that was strike 3. Instead, he'll throw the 3-2, and Harms fouls it back. Count stays at 3-2. And fouled away again. Harms has had some nice at-bats today. He had a 9-pitch at-bat in the second inning. And I think probably helped to set up the Dane Camphausen home run in the next at-bat. And then singled his last time up. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. And up high, ball 4. So Harms draws the 1-out walk. He's on base now for Camphausen, who's 1 for 2 in the game with a solo home run and a ground out to the pitcher. Camphausen, batting at .267 on the year, now leads the team with 4 home runs on the season. He's driven in 13 runs. That's 3rd among all Spartan players. Big lead at first for Harms. And a pickoff attempt not in time. Again, the Spartans are running early and often in this game against Grove City. 7 stolen bases for Case Western Reserve. Gallagher quick to the plate there, and Camphausen takes a called strike, 0-1. Harms has 2 stolen bases in the game. He's got 4 on the year on as many attempts. A little outside with that one, and the count goes to 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Camphausen fouls it off. Stays alive at the plate as the count goes, or stays at 1-2. One-two pitch. Gallagher delivers, and it misses outside. 2-2. And Camphausen sprays that foul down the line in right. And so we'll get another pitch here as the count stays once again at 2-2. Midweek game here at Nobby's Ballpark for the Spartans. They're on top 6-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 1 away and a runner on. Harms has looked runnerish over at first so far in this at-bat, but yet to take off. At least now he'll go. And the pitch misses for a ball. Throw goes into center field, and Harms will take off for third base. Throw goes to third, and not in time. And so that'll be the 3rd stolen base of the game for Harms, and a throwing error there as well. And the runner now at third. So Harms 90 feet away from scoring, and it's a 3-2 count on Camphausen. 3-2 pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Camphausen down swinging.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 2, Franco Alonso.
And a chance now for Franco Alonso with 2 outs and a runner at third. Alonso 0 for 1 in the game, struck out swinging and was hit by a pitch. Head in the count, 1-0. Arms the runner at third with 2 away now. The 1-0 on the way to Alonso. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Spartans trying to score for the 3rd straight inning. And a swing and a miss there, 1-2. So Alonso with 2 strikes on him, 2 away in the frame. Gallagher trying to get through his scoreless inning. Here's his 1-2. And it's popped up, should end the inning, over in right field. Underneath it and making the catch in right is Minnick. And that will end the inning. So the Spartans go scoreless for the first time since the 1st inning. But they maintain a 6-1 lead. We'll move to the 5th. Up for Grove City, top of the order. Vitone, Sampson, and Holland due up when we return. Jackson Brewer back out for his 2nd inning of work, takes or delivers a called strike to start off the at-bat against the leadoff hitter Luke Vitone. 0-1. Checks his swing at that and takes it for ball 1. Count evens 1-1. Vitone, Sampson, and Holland for Grove City, top of their order. As the Spartans leading 6-1 to begin the 5th here at home. 2-1 now the count. A little low with that one, 3-1. Jackson pitched a scoreless 4th, back out here in the 5th, in relief of Archer Stankowski, who threw 3 innings. Chopper towards 3rd, Powers there, gloves it, throws across the diamond, a bullet over to Camphausen at first. Plenty of time to get Vitone, who's a good base runner, for the 1st out of the inning. So 1 gone now for Nick Sampson, the center fielder. Sampson 0 for 2, a ground out and strikeout looking today. Both of those at-bats coming against Stankowski. And timeout called, I believe by Jack Anderson behind the plate. Now we're ready. First pitch of the at-bats is Sampson, who's a .275 hitter on the year. Curveball in the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. It'll be a team effort today for the Spartans, who will try to keep their arms fresh, gearing up for their first 4-game series of the year. As that one popped into shallow right, Stilson back and makes the catch. And there are 2 gone. So now Kyson Holland will be the batter. Holland has been on base twice, a double and a walk today. First pitch fouled back by Holland, 0-1. One and one as that misses outside. Brewer looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's got 2 outs here in the 5th. Bases are empty. Holland, the lefty at the plate, swings and hits it towards first base. Camphausen backhands it, flips over to Brewer covering, and a very quick inning for Jackson Brewer, who retires the side in order in the 5th. The Spartans coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th, leading 6-1. Stilson, Carinci, and Arterburn, 7, 8, and 9 in the order for Case Western Reserve when we come back. Tyler Stilson leading the inning off, bounces one to short, throw is in time to get him, and Stilson retired for the first out of the inning by Gallagher, who has pitched pretty good in relief so far today. And now that'll bring Zach Carinci to the plate, and Carinci, all of a sudden, his average up to 267 on the year. He's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs today, and he awaits the first pitch and takes it on the outside corner for a strike from Gallagher, 0-1. Carinci, a 2-out RBI single in the second, a 2-run home run with 2 outs in the third. Batting for the 3rd time today, the 0-1, and that's down low for a ball, 1-1. I think you're starting to see the lineup for the Spartans solidify a bit now, especially with Carinci at least healthy enough to hit. That ball's in the dirt. But this might be the lineup the Spartans roll with for a little bit, with Stilson hitting, and if he could play second base, you could see him frequently in the lineup there. Outside ball 3, 3-1. But this is the time of the year where normally you kind of figure out what your lineup is, and the Spartans have certainly done that. A walk to Carinci, and he'll be on at first with 1 away.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Nate Arterburn.
I'll bring Nate Arterburn to the plate. Arterburn all of a sudden hitting at 400 on the year. And, you know, Nate, who's a guy who was a little bit more of a glove-first player has certainly shown some promise with the bat early on here. Again, we've spoken about his ability to reach on a bunt, but he's been doing it all with the bat. Just what a start to his career. And he rockets that one deep towards left field, but right at the left fielder. And coming over to make the catch is Holland. And that will be the second out of the inning. So 2 retired now. And the batter will be Logan Andraco. I think you can expect to see Carinci in motion here at some point in this at-bat. Carinci already with a stolen base today. He's stolen 4 on the season. The Spartans have been running often in this one. We'll see if he takes off at some point. Nice size lead at first. Not going there is the first pitch to Andraco, and there for a called strike, 0-1. Andraco's been on base in each of his last 2 plate appearances. He'd walked twice, 0 for 1 in the game. Now with the 0-1, we'll see if Carinci is running. He is. Swinging. Nope, he stops actually as his pitch swung on and missed at by Andraco. And the count goes to 0-2. The 0-2 count. Carinci not going, and foul tipping it to stay alive is Andraco, and its count stays at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, meeting on the mound first. And that ball hit in the air. Center field should be playable. Over to get it is Sampson, and he makes the catch for the out. And that will end the inning. So the Spartans held scoreless for the second straight frame, but it's a 6-1 Case Western Reserve lead as we move into the 6th. 4, 5, and 6 due up this inning for Grove City. Minnick, Williams, and Wagner when we come back. Case Western Reserve working with a 5-run lead against Grove City as the Wolverines coming to bat here in the 6th. Minnick, Williams, and Wagner due up. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Minnick 0 for 1 has driven in the only run of the game, though, after he's hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Rockets that one down the line and left, and that's a fair ball. Should be extra bases for Minnick, who will turn the corner at second, but stop there as it's tracked down and left by Alonzo. And Minnick on with a leadoff double. First pitch he sees from Brewer here in the 6th. And Grove City threatening to get back on the board with the leadoff double to left field. So runner in scoring position now, and the batter will be Marcus Williams. Williams is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. One to left, one to right. He's hitting at .386 on the year. Chopper hit towards second. A chance for Stilson, but it gets under his glove. They will hold the runner. No, coming in to score. And no one covering second base. So Minnick comes in to score. It's an error. And it makes it 6-2. No RBI, and it's an unearned run, at least for the moment. So Stilson, who, when he had been in the field prior to this game, had primarily been playing shortstop, commits an error there. First error of the game for the Spartans. Now runner at second, still nobody out. And the first pitch, a called strike. And it's an 0-1 count now on Wagner at the plate, who picked up his first hit of the season in his last at bat on an infield hit to third. That one misses inside. And it's 1-1. Breaking ball, called strike, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball through for a base hit. That should get across another run. No, they'll hold Williams over at third. But first three runners have all reached here in the inning, and it's now first and third with nobody out.
Batting for Grove City, number 8, Kenny Lavridge.
And a swing and a miss by Lavridge at the first pitch of his at bat, and the count goes to 0-1. Grove City not out of this one yet. As a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. It's a 4-run game, so the potential game-time run out on deck. In a game that it feels like the Spartans have controlled most of the way. But again, the game very much still in the balance. Swing and a miss there, though, and that's strike 3 for the first out of the inning. So Brewer gets the strikeout swinging, retires Lavridge. One out in the inning, first and third, and the 8-hitter, Luca Bakari, will be the batter. Bakari 0 for 2 in the game, hitting at 129 on the year. And a breaking ball taken for a strike, 0-1. And inside, 1-1. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Wagner at first, Williams at third. One out here in the 6th. As that misses down and out, count evens 2-2. Swing and a miss. Might have been foul tip back into Anderson's glove, but either way, that'll be strike 3. And there are now 2 outs in the inning. So Brewer has recovered nicely here. He's got 2 outs now in the inning, and the 9-hitter, catcher Adam Weber, coming to the plate. Weber 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout looking. Brewer trying to complete his 3rd inning of relief work, and starts off Weber with a swing and a miss, 0-1. In the dirt, runner's going to try for second. Throw goes down, and the tag is not in time. Arterburn couldn't quite get back on the bag. And that'll go as a wild pitch, moving Wagner up a base. And it's now second and third with 2 outs. 1-1 the count at the plate. Outside corner called strike 1 and 2, and Brewer can get through the 6th with one more strike here. This will be the last inning for Brewer, I believe. One way or the other, is that one sent foul by Weber, 1 and 2. Austin McGowan up in the bullpen for the Spartans, and it looks like he will get the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch. And a little outside, 2 and 2. Line drive, and it is foul. Weber came awfully close to a 2 RBI hit there, but the ball goes just to the right of the line in right field. And the count stays at 2 and 2 on Weber with 2 away and 2 in scoring position. Base hit here would really change the look of this game, would make it a 2-run game potentially. Another one fouled off. Count stays at 2 and 2. Brewer trying to get through the inning. His 2-2 offering to Weber. And sent down the line again in right, but once again foul and out of play. Count stays at 2 and 2. Brewer now up to 46 pitches. Working on 3 days rest is Brewer. 2-2. Right there for a called strike 3, and that ends the inning. So Brewer gets the strikeout. Spartans will head to the bottom of the 6th, leading 6-2 when we come back. New pitcher on the mound for Grove City will be number 15, Evan Umland. Umland, the righty, taking the hill. 2 and 2 on the year with a 2.35 ERA. He's making his 6th appearance for Grove City, his 3rd out of the bullpen. He's also made 3 starts. Umland will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Spartans lineup. Anderson, Powers, and Harms. And Anderson, who's 0 for 3 in the game, takes a called strike 0 and 1. Another called strike, 0-2 the count. Umland, a junior from Pasadena, California. Little outside, 1-2. La Cañada High School. Line drive, and that's down for a base hit for Anderson. Big turn at first for Jack, but he'll retreat. And now the throw gets away, and Anderson will move up a bag to second. Well, that's aggressive base running by Jack Anderson, forcing an error there.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 12, James Powers.
And now James Powers will come to the plate. Third error of the game for Grove City, 7th hit of the game for the Spartans. And James Powers will hit here with a runner in scoring position. And he swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. And that ball will drop in fair territory. Powers pulls into second with an RBI double. And the Spartans increase their lead as Anderson scores to 7-2.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 26, Nick Harms.
So the Spartans on Powers' RBI double extend their lead. That ball popped up, foul territory, playable it looks like, and it will land. So definitely playable, but the wind took that a little bit. No error on that one. As the count goes to 0-1 on Harms at the plate. One and one now the count. Two and one. Harms hitting at 271. He's 1 for 2 in the game today with a single and a walk. 2-1 misses down and in, and it's now 3-1. 5-run lead for Case Western Reserve, 7-2 the score. A run across already here in the 6th with nobody out, still and a runner at second. Powers takes a big lead and will go on the pitch, but it's fouled back by Harms on 3-1, and that brings the count full, 3-2. And the Spartans have been very active on the base paths today. 8 stolen bases in this one. Here's a 3-2. And that ball lifted in the air, deep towards right, but the park will hold it. At the edge of the warning track in right field, making the catch is Josh Minnick. He puts it away for the out. Moving up from second to third is Powers on the fly out. And the Spartans have a runner at third with one away. I'll bring Dane Camphausen to the plate. Camphausen 1 for 3 in the game, a solo home run in the second. Since then, he's grounded out to the pitcher and struck out swinging. First, and that one a little low. 2-0 now the count. Franco Alonso out on deck. And taking on the way is Camphausen and takes a called strike. Count goes to 3-1. And he took a big cut at that one, fouled it off. And the count now full, 3-2. Ground ball. That should get the run in. It's over to short. Throw will go to first in time to get Camphausen. But Powers will score from third. And it's an RBI for Camphausen. It's second of the game, 14th of the year. And the Spartans increase their lead to 8-2. It's a 1-0 count on Franco Alonso now at the plate. He's been on base once today, was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third. And that ball popped up into right, and that will end the inning. But the Spartans add on 2 more, and it's an 8-2 lead for Case Western Reserve when we come back. Defensive changes for the Spartans here as we get set to begin the 7th inning, taking over in center field. And batting for Alonso in the 6th spot in the order will be Matt Trout. Logan and Draco moves from center to left. And taking over on the mound is Austin McGowan, the sophomore, who delivers his first pitch on the outside corner to the top of the order. Luke Vitone, the shortstop, he takes it for a strike, and it's 0-1. Now the 0-1. And that's in the dirt, 1-1. McGowan making his 7th appearance out of the bullpen this season. No record and a 7.59 ERA. He has 1 save. He's pitched better than his numbers would indicate as that pitch misses for a ball, 2-1. Through those 10 and 2/3 innings this year, McGowan has allowed 11 hits for a 282 opponent's average. He's given up 10 runs, 9 of them earned, struck out 11, and walked 8. That one misses up high for a ball, 3-1. The Spartans lead 8-2 as we move into the 7th inning. Grove City will have the top of their order up, Vatone, Sampson, and Holland to face McGowan. Austin features a fastball and a really good curveball. Called strike with the fastball. I don't think he's shown the curve yet in this at bat, and we'll see if he comes with it. 3-2, and nobody out. When he's locating his curveball, that pitch could be near impossible to hit. That one chopped down the third baseline foul. Count stays at 3-2. McGowan, a big piece of this line of this rotation, or I should say the pitching staff. He's a guy who could give you a couple innings out of the pen if needed. 3-2, up high, ball 4. And so McGowan starts off the 7th with a walk to Vatone. Vatone a threat to run. He's stolen 7 bases on 8 attempts this season. Not sure he'll be running with his team down 6. Grove City needs base runners right now. Nick Sampson, the batter. First pitch on the way. There's that curveball, misses outside, ball 1. Again, a situation where if you're McGowan, you want to throw strikes here. Team leading by 6 here in the 7th. Up and in, 2-0. And here comes Steve Grunberg, the pitching coach for the Spartans, who will probably tell McGowan something along those lines that, again, with a 6-run lead, the big thing you want to do right now is just fill up that strike zone. You have to force the opposing team to hit their way back into the game. You don't want to issue those free passes. It's really been all Case Western reserve since early on in this game. The Spartans scored 2 in the bottom of the 2nd. Grove City got a run back in the 3rd and then scored. The Spartans answered with 4 in the bottom of the 3rd, including 2 on a 2-run home run by Zach Carinci. Score remained 6-1 until the top of the 6th when Grove City added a run, cut the Spartans' lead down to 4. 6-2 was the score, but then the Spartans responded again in the bottom of the 6th with a pair of runs. That's where we stand right now. 8-2 the score. McGowan working with a 6-run lead, facing Sampson behind in the count, or Sampson ahead in the count, 2-0. And a called strike, it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. And that's low, 3-1. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Trying to keep the runner honest with a 3-1 count. Outside corner called strike, 3-2 as the count goes full. We'll see if Vatone gets the early start from first base. He's not running, and the pitch taken for ball 4. So back-to-back walks to start the inning for McGowan.
Now batting for Grove City, number 45, Tyson Holland.
bring the 3-hitter, Kyson Holland, to the plate. Holland hitting a .360 on the year. 1 for 2 in the game with a double and a walk. Checks his swing at that one and fouls it away. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Wind is blowing out almost to straightaway center field. Breaking ball misses, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Bullpen will get working for the Spartans. It looks like Patrick O'Connor has begun to throw out there, I believe. And the runners will move up on that one. It's ball 3. So 3-1 now the count. First base open. But again, McGowan needs to throw strikes here. And that'll be ball 4. Gets behind Anderson. And everyone will move up another bag, and a run comes across. On a walk and a wild pitch.
Now batting for Grove City, number 23, Josh Minnick.
So 3 straight walks to start the inning, and you got to imagine McGowan is working with a short leash at this point, as O'Connor continues to warm in the bullpen. Curve misses, and it's 1-0. Three straight walks to start the inning for McGowan. It's now 8-3. And that's ball 2, 2-0. And that's going to be it for McGowan here, who clearly did not have his best stuff today. He'll leave the game with a 2-0 count on the hitter. The Spartans going to their bullpen here in the 7th. 8-3 the score when we come back. Well, the Spartans will go back to the bullpen here, and it'll be Patrick O'Connor taking the hill, making his second appearance of the year. O'Connor has made 1 relief appearance this year. He's given up 2 runs, 1 of them earned in 2 innings of work. Walked 1, struck out 3 batters in his only appearance of the season. O'Connor, the senior righty out of Austin, Texas, Vandergrift High School, 6'5", 200 pounds. He was a key member of this bullpen last year, one of the more reliable arms that the Spartans had. come in here with runners on the corners and nobody out. And he's working with a 5-run lead, 3 straight walks to start the inning. And Minnick at the plate right now. It's a 2-0 count. First pitch. And it's on the outside corner. It's a called strike, 2-1. And the goal here of your O'Connor, just fill up that strike zone right now and force Grove City to hit their way back into this game. Cleanup hitter Minnick is at the plate, and he chops that one up towards the middle. Arterburn has it, steps on the bag for one, throws on to first in time for the double play. The runner will score, no RBI on the play. And that'll make it 8-4, but again, the Spartans will happily trade the 2 outs for the run there. And now with 2 outs, bases are empty. And the batter at the plate is Marcus Williams, who takes a called strike, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. So 2 runs across so far this inning for Grove City. They cut the lead down to 4 runs. This is down low, 2-1. That ball hit in the air, deep towards left, looking up, and it's off the base of the wall, and Draco traces it down out there. Gets it in quickly, but Williams, with a 2-out double, now standing at second base with 2 away.
Now batting number 9, Trey Wagner.
2 gone now for Trey Wagner, who has a pair of hits today, now batting at .250 on the year. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Two and 0. Catches the inside corner there. It's 2-1. Connor's a guy who can be a big factor in this bullpen for the Spartans if he could get back into the form he was at last year. Battled some injuries early on in the season. The 2-1. Checks his swing, but Wagner takes it for a strike, and the count now at 2-2. Two with 2 away and a runner at second. Here's the pitch. And it's on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Wagner down looking. He didn't like the call, but too close to take. And that'll be the final out of the inning. So Grove City gets back in it. 2 runs on a hit. They leave a man stranded, and we'll move along into the bottom of the 7th. The Spartans still leading 8-4. It'll be the bottom of the order. Stilson, Carinci, and Arterburn due up when we come back. Tyler Stilson, the batter, leading things off here against another new pitcher for Grove City. Stilson takes a called strike from James Hensel. Hensel making his second appearance of the year. First one didn't go so well. He allowed 6 runs on 3 hits and 3 walks. Struck out 3 in an inning and a third. And that ball grounded towards third, picked up, throw on to first, and it's in time to get Stilson. Good recovery by the third baseman, Lavrich, to retire Stilson for the first out.
Number 31, Zach Carinci.
So 1 gone for Zach Carinci. Been a good day for Carinci so far. 2 for 2. He's been on base all 3 times. A single, a 2-run homer, a walk. He's driven in 3 total today. First pitch. And a called strike, 0-1. And that one popped up. Foul territory. First base side and out of play, 0-2. James Hensel, a first-year pitcher out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Central Catholic High School. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Carinci down swinging.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 4, Nate Arterburn.
So a chance for a quick inning for Hensel, who will face the 9-hitter Nate Arterburn. Arterburn 1 for 2 in the game. A walk, a single, and is flown out to left field. He's hitting at .389. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Well, Hensel has done something that none of the other members of the bullpen for Grove City have done today. He's come out throwing strikes. And it's paid off for him. He'll have a quick inning to show for it. Pop up to short and put away. 7 pitches, all strikes. And the side retired in order in the 7th. We will move to the 8th. Grove City and Case Western Reserve. The Spartans leading by 4, 8-4 the score. We'll be back. Bottom of the order, Lavrich, Bakari, and Weber for Grove City when we come back. Welcome back as the new pitcher on the mound is Tyler Horvath. Before I tell you about Tyler, I'm obliged to give my shout out to my kids who are watching at home. Hey, Cody and Danielle. Hope dinner is going well. I'll be home in a little bit, hopefully, if Tyler Horvath, the new pitcher on the mound for the Spartans, can pitch a couple quick innings here. Horvath, we last saw him against Ithaca as he delivers that one down and into Lavrich, and the count goes to 1-0. Horvath was pitching when the game went into a 3-hour rain delay, and he was forced to come out of that game. But Horvath's had a nice year so far. His 6th appearance out of the bullpen. He's one of the better relievers in Division III. A preseason All-America first-team selection last year, an All-America second-team honoree as a sophomore. This season, Horvath, no record, 2 saves, a 2.25 ERA. Through 12 innings of work, he's given up just 8 hits, a 170 opponent's average, as the count goes to 1-2 on Lavrich. Horvath has struck out 19 in 12 innings of work this year. The 1-2 to Lavrich. And a swing and a miss at the ball in the dirt, but it gets away, and that will allow Lavrich to reach on a wild pitch. So Lavrich went fishing for that one, but he comes away with I should say comes away reaching first on the wild pitch, and the leadoff man is on for Grove City as Luca Bakari will be the batter. Bakari hitting at 125 on the season, hitting here with a runner at first and nobody out. Pitches in the dirt, ball 1. Bakari 0 for 3 in the game. Down low, 2-0. Grove City has done just enough to hang around in this game. Spartans really haven't been able to put them away, although they've held the lead since the early innings. That one misses for ball 3, and it's 3-0. Horvath, the senior pitcher out of Twinsburg, is 3-0 on the way. And the fastball right there, taking all the way is Bakari for a called strike. It's 3-1. 3-1 from Horvath. And on the outside corner, called strike, and it's a full count, 3-2. Bakari had started to walk down to first base, but called back by the home plate umpire. That's Eric Dickey behind home plate today. Sean Hoverston out in the field. Our 2 umpires. 3-2. And just misses for ball 4. So we've got a runner on at first and second now for the 9-hitter, Adam Weber. I don't think he would be bunting here with his team down 4 in the 8th. Weber hitting at 226, 1 for 3 in the game today with a single and 2 strikeouts. No signs of bunting there as he takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 offering from Horvath. And fouled away, 0-2. This is not a save situation for Tyler, who entered the game with a 4-run lead. Oh, 2 on the way. And on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Horvath, although he has just one out to show for it. So first and second now with one away, back to the top of the order, and Luke Vatone will be the batter. Vatone has walked twice today. He's 0 for 2 in the game. First pitch. Misses outside for ball 1, 1-0. That ball hit in the air pretty deep towards right center field, and that's off the warning track. Should get at least one run in. Second runner will come across. Heading for third is Vatone, and he'll pull in safely with a 2 RBI triple. And all of a sudden, this has now become a 2-run game.
Now batting for Grove City, number 3, Nick Sampson.
So Sampson now a chance representing the potential game-tying run with a runner at third and one out here in the inning. Again, down to a 2-run game. Grove City fighting back in this one. They've trailed by as many as 6. The called strike brings the count to 0-1 on Sampson. Sampson walked and scored a run in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 3 in the game with a walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a called strike, 0-2. The 0-2. And fouled off. From Horvath. Breaking ball swung on and missed at strike 3. Third strikeout of the inning for Horvath. 2 outs now.
Batting number 45, Kyson Holland.
And Kyson Holland will be the batter, representing the potential game-tying run at the plate. Holland hitting at .360 on the year. First pitch. Lifted in the air towards the gap, left center, over is Andreyko, and he makes the catch to end the inning. And that will end the 8th. So Grove City gets a little closer. 2 more runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left on. We're through 7.5 here at Nobby's Ballpark, and the Spartans have a 2-run lead, 8-6 the score. Top of the order for the Spartans, Andreyko, Anderson, and Powers due up when we come back. Top of the order for the Spartans here in the 8th as they try to add on to what is now a 2-run lead. Andrejko, Anderson, and then Powers to follow as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Andrejko's been on base twice today, but a 10-game hitting streak in jeopardy here for Andrejko. He's 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of walks. Grounds that one down the first base side, but foul. It's 1-1. Hensel stays in to begin his second inning of work after pitching a 1-2-3 7th. 6 straight Spartans have been retired by Grove City pitching. Here's the 1-1. And a called strike, 1-2. One two to Andrejko, a little inside, 2-2. And a little high. Full count, 3-2 now on Hensel. Or on, pardon me, on Andrejko. Hensel, the pitcher, on the mound. And ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but a leadoff walk drawn by Andrejko. His 3rd walk that he's drawn today. And that'll bring Jack Anderson to the plate with a runner on and nobody out. Anderson singled and scored a run in his last at-bat. He's got a 9-game hitting streak now. And that pitch up and out and gets away. Moving up to second on the wild pitch is Andrejko. And the Spartans have a man in scoring position now. And nobody out in the inning for one of the team's best hitters at the plate. Anderson hitting at .373 on the year. The 1-0 to Anderson. And he cranks that one foul. Count evens 1-1 on Jack. 8-6 the score. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Spartans trying to add on. Again, they led by as many as 6 runs. The Spartans were up 8-6 after 6. But Grove City climbing back into it. 2 runs in the top of the 7th. 2 more in the top of the 8th. And they trail by 2. Trying to keep it at that is Hensel. Breaking ball right down Main Street. Nice curve there for a strike. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And ground ball to third base. Looks the runner back. Throw on to first in time to get the out. And Anderson is retired.
Now batting number 12, James Powers.
So the runner remains at second now for James Powers, who's batting at .338 on the year. Powers looking for his 19th RBI. Pardon me, he already has 19 RBIs. He had an RBI double in his last at-bat. And we'll see. We may get a pitching change here. We may also be running a little short on daylight right now, which is something to consider. Powers will be the batter at the plate after the meeting on the mound breaks up. We'll see who he faces. If Hensel stays in. Yeah, it looks like this will be Hensel's game for the moment. Powers entered the day 4 of 5 against left-handed pitching. He's been really good against lefties. So Powers awaits the first pitch from the lefty Hensel. Andrejko takes the lead from second. 1 out, runner in scoring position in a 2-run game. First pitch misses up and in, ball one. Now the 1-0 on the way. There's a good curve again in there for a strike, 1-1. That ball lifted in the air towards the gap, right center field, and it drops in for a base hit. Powers will head for second. He's going to dig for third. The throw will come in, and it's not in time. RBI triple for James Powers. He drives in his 20th run of the season, and the Spartans extend their lead to 3. It's now 9-6 as Andraco scored from second on the play.
Number 26, Nick Harms.
And the Spartans now with a runner at third and one away. And Nick Harms will be the batter. Harms hitting at 267. Ball gets away from the catcher, and coming in to score on a wild pitch is Powers. And that will add a run on for the Spartans. It's now 10-6. Well, 2 big insurance runs this inning for Case Western Reserve. Spartans have now scored 10 runs on 9 hits today. And again, 2 big insurance runs for this team this inning. Harms fouls that one back. It's 1-1. Curveball. Harms ducks out of the way. 2-1 now the count. Dane Camphausen waiting out on deck. Called strike, outer portion of the plate at the letters, 2-2. And the breaking ball stays just a bit inside, full count, 3-2. And that one's popped up pretty deep to right field. Sky high, but playable. Right fielder over, making the catch is Minnick for the out. And there are now 2 gone here in the 8th. And Dane Camphausen will be the batter. Camphausen got the Spartans on the board in the 2nd inning with a solo home run. His team leading 4th of the season. Has gone 0 for 3 since. So 1 for 4 total on the game. And takes the knee-high strike, 0-1 the count. 2 RBIs on the day for Camphausen, who also drove one in with a ground out in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. No action in the Spartan bullpen, so it appears that this will be Horvath's game to close out. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. One and 2 count, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit up towards the middle and through for a base hit for Camphausen. So Dane Camphausen with his 2nd hit of the game.
Now batting for the Spartans, the center fielder, number 14, Matt Trout.
And so now getting his first at bat of the game will be Matt Trout. Trout came in as a defensive replacement for Franco Alonso. Well, technically came in as a defensive replacement for Logan Andreyko, who moved over to left field. Trout first pitch swinging, hits in the air, center field, and coming in to make the play is Sampson. And that ends the inning. So Grove City will come up trailing 10-6. Last chance for the Wolverines when we return. Tyler Horvath back out to begin his second inning of work. First pitch here in the ninth, popped up by Minnick. Over to get it is Camphausen. And that will be the first out of the inning as Horvath retires Minnick. Grove City down to their final 2 outs, trailing by 4. 10-6 the score. The Spartans trying to put a bow on a win here today, a midweek victory, and head into a 4-game series this weekend against Chicago. That one swung on, grounded through the hole, and it's a base hit for Williams. So Williams with a single. He's now on at first with 1 out. And we'll bring Trey Wagner to the plate. Wagner, a couple of hits today. He's 2 for 4 in this one. Called strike as the count goes to 0-1 on Wagner, the designated hitter. Now the 0-1. Foul tip back, 0-2. Spartans with 2 big insurance runs in the bottom of the 8th. It gives Tyler Horvath a little bit more breathing room here. Oh-2 pitch on the way. And that just misses off the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Again, Grove City just hanging tight in this one. But the Spartans looking to put a bow on their midweek victory here if they could finish this one off. Frankly, it'd be tough for Grove City to come back in this game either way, as that one's fouled back. Because even if Grove City were to come back and tie this game, we're already starting to run a little bit low on light right now, and the Spartans would have to complete the bottom of the 9th inning for the game to continue, whether Grove City takes the lead and it would be over, or if Grove City ties it, if the Spartans can't complete the bottom of the ninth, if Grove City were to tie or take the lead, then the score reverts back to what it would be in the bottom of the inning. This one, Stilson has it, throw to first, and it's in time to get the out. Williams moves up, but that'll be the second out of the inning. And so now the last chance at the plate for Grove City will be Kenny Lavrych. And Lavrych takes the fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. Horvath trying to close this one out. Runner at second base for Grove City. It's a 4-run lead. Swing and a miss, and Grove City down to their final strike. Oh, 0-2 coming from Horvath. And just a bit outside with the fastball, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And checking his swing, holding up at the plate is Lavrych, and the count goes even at 2-2. Spartans looking for their second straight win. It would be their fourth in the last 5 games, as the team continues a pretty strong start to the year. The 2-2 on the way. Little up high, full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. And that one fouled back. Count stays at 3-2. Three-two pitch on the way to Lavrych. First base open here. Horvath can make a good pitch in this situation. 3-2. Curveball. And it misses outside. Ball 4. And that'll move the tying run to the on-deck circle. And we'll bring Luca Bakari to the plate. Bakari hitting at 125 on the year. He'll get a chance to hit here. Drew a walk and scored a run in his last trip to the plate. He's 0 for 3 in the game. First pitch from Horvath to Bakari. Popped up, foul, and out of play, 0-1. Now the 0-1. One and one. Breaking ball called strike, and once again, Grove City down to their final strike. 2 on, 2 away here in the ninth. 4-run lead for the Spartans. The 1-2 from Horvath. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. So the Spartans pick up the midweek win against Grove City. Final score is 10-6. Case Western Reserve led from the second inning on. And again, the game was never necessarily in doubt, although Grove City hung close enough in it to make it a little close here towards the end. But the Spartans pulling away with 2 runs late. Grove City falls to 8-7 on the year with a loss. The Spartans, again, their second straight win. They improve to 10-5. Archer Stankowski gets the victory. He'll improve to 3-1 on the year. No save in the game. The loss goes to Grove City starting pitcher Nick Gaidas. Gaidas drops to 1-3 for the campaign. Game lasted 2 hours and 48 minutes, and attendance here at the ballpark was 75 today. I want to thank everyone once again for joining us. A reminder that the Spartans will be back in action this weekend when the team hosts Chicago for a 4-game series, a doubleheader Saturday starting at noon, and a doubleheader Sunday at 11. Want to thank everyone for joining us once again. Final score, one final time here from Nobby's Ballpark, 10-6, the Spartans with the win. Have a great evening, everyone.